Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Happy Sunday. Happy, solid and soulful Sunday. We are here with another week, another episode on Sunday Light. I got some beautiful things to share with you guys. I think we're going to have an incredible show today. We're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about the power of celebration, the inherent power that lies in celebrating yourself and in celebrating others. It does something wonderful, not only for you but for the people around you, man. It just a lot of things are happening. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna read some stuff right on the power of celebration, because I know a lot of times a lot of people don't celebrate. They don't celebrate their birthdays. They're like, it's just another day. They don't celebrate their accomplishments. They're like, something I'm supposed to be doing. Right? They don't celebrate their children's accomplishments. It's something you're supposed to be doing. And although you are supposed to be doing well, we know a lot of people are not doing well. We know a lot of people are not accomplishing. A lot of people are not achieving their goals and really making progress in the areas that matter to them. And so today we're going to talk about the power of celebration and why it is absolutely essential that you celebrate yourself for every small win, for every small victory. But you also celebrate your children. You celebrate your brothers and sisters. You celebrate your spouse. You celebrate your friends. You celebrate your parents. You celebrate every little thing. Why? Because it really does something that has psychological benefits, it has social benefits, it has emotional benefits. It literally benefits your brain. Celebration impacts your brain. Something that maybe you didn't know. So we're going to talk about all of that. But before we get into that, once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marson, also known as World Healer. Welcome to Sunday Light. We are going to start by burning some sage, saying a prayer. I'm going to say a prayer on this beautiful Sunday morning. It is Sunday, solid and soulful Sunday, the beginning of another week. Man. It's a beautiful time to be alive. We're going to burn some sage and say a prayer. My prayer on this Sunday morning is for each and every one of us to recognize our progress. I pray that each and every person who hears this message, who listens to this show, every single person in my life and every single person in your life, I pray that we recognize how important we are, how special we are, how much our progress matters. I pray that we feel in our hearts and our spirits the right to celebrate, the cause to celebrate, understanding and overstanding that first and foremost, not everyone has life. Not everyone sees another birthday. Not everyone progresses. Not everyone gets promotions on their job. Not everyone makes progress in their personal life and getting certified in different things and being recognized and getting acknowledged just for being who they are. Not everyone gets that. And so if you are seeing another birthday, if you are making progress in your relationship, anniversaries, if you and your siblings have made up from a decades-long beef, or you and your parents have forgiven each other after not speaking for days, weeks, or months, that is cause to celebrate, my brothers and sisters. That is cause to celebrate. If you have progressed in the areas of personal development, if things that you used to do, you don't do no more. You used to drink and smoke and get high. You don't do that no more, whether it's been 5 days or 5 months or 5 years, it's cause to celebrate, my brothers and sisters. If you were struggling with movement and health and being fit, and today you did 10 push-ups when you couldn't do one before, that is cause to celebrate, my brothers and sisters. If you said you wanted to lose some weight and you started walking and you lost 2 pounds, my brothers and sisters, that is cause to celebrate, my brothers and sisters. That is cause to celebrate. Celebration is a beautiful thing, and I pray that we recognize our progress, no matter how small, no matter how minute, because we understand that the journey to 1,000 miles begins with one step. The journey up the mountain begins with the first step. The journey towards any beautiful relationship first comes with the courage of starting, the courage of introduction, the courage of, hey, let's have a conversation, the courage of saying, hey, listen, I know I did wrong. I want to make up for it. Hey, you did me wrong. You caused me some harm, but I want to get past it. and you were able to have that conversation. You were able to move past whatever was in the way of you having a relationship with someone that you wanted to have a relationship with. That is cause to celebrate, my brothers and sisters. Every single act of progress, every single act of forward motion, my brothers and sisters, is cause to celebrate. And I pray that we recognize that in ourselves, that we recognize how far we've come. Although we still may have a long way to go, we may be so far from where we ultimately want to be. I pray that we acknowledge the journey thus far. I pray that we acknowledge how far we have come. We are not the same people that we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even 5 days ago. We are different. We are renewed. We are stronger. We are more powerful. We are more compassionate. We are more loving. We are more courageous. We are more honorable. We are more truthful. We are more trustworthy. We are more honest. We are more forgiving. We are more loving. We are not the same as we were yesterday. Today is a new day, and we are renewed in its beautiful blessings and abundance and its light that today has brought. We are new. We are new. We are new. And so today is a cause to celebrate, my brothers and my sisters. And I pray that when we celebrate in a way that does not cause us harm. I pray that we celebrate in a way that only fuels us to move forward even more. I pray that not only do we celebrate ourselves, but I pray that we celebrate others. And I pray that our celebrations are not alone. I pray that we have family and friends to celebrate with, whether in person or virtually, beloveds, because the world is a little different than it was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now, virtual thing is a real thing. And if your loved ones cannot be there present with you, if they cannot be in your space, in your home, at the venue that you've done booked, if they cannot be there, I pray that there is an option through social media, through the Zooms and the StreamYards. I pray that people are able to be there and celebrate with you. And I pray that you will be able to be there and celebrate with others. Celebrate those birthdays of your friends. Show up. Send voice notes, send messages, make phone calls. Don't just post on social media. Don't just send a text. I know sometimes that's easy and that's quick, but let somebody hear your voice. Let somebody see your face. Let somebody feel your warmth, the warmth of a hug. Let somebody know that you love them and that you celebrate them, my brothers and my sisters. And so I pray that we have the means to celebrate our brothers and my sisters, whether it means financial means of showing up to a place or traveling to a place. I pray that we have the means to celebrate. I pray that we have space in our hearts to celebrate, not be so consumed with the troubles and the trials and tribulations of the world and in our lives, all of the struggles that all of us are going through. I pray that we make space in our hearts, in our minds, and in our spirits to show up for the people that we love and to celebrate them in the smallest ways, and sometimes, if you're able to, in the biggest ways. And so that is my prayer for today, that we celebrate ourselves and our progress, and that we are not celebrating alone, and that we do not allow our brothers and our sisters, our mothers and our fathers, our daughters and our sons, our cousins, and our uncles and aunts and nieces and nephews, near and far. I pray that we do not let them celebrate alone, that we are able to celebrate together. That is my prayer on the Sunday morning. Ashe, ashe, asheo. I felt like I was like I was a throwback minister just now. I was a minister from the 80s, 90s. I was an old school minister. My dad was a reverend. So I got it honestly. In me. It is in me, and it is on me. Right? The blessings are on me. The blessings are in me. I am fortunate beyond measure, and I know that, and I don't take it lightly. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Mona Love, thank you for being here. Of course, always in studio. Thank you, my brother Sefusi and Kofa, for being here online. I appreciate you both. I love you both dearly, truly. So let's get right into it. The power of celebration. Brothers and sisters, listen. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Lose that nonchalant attitude when it comes to celebrating your birthdays, the birthdays of a loved one. Even if they not into it, they like, oh, it's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal. You seen? Do you know what's happening out there in the world? Are you aware, like, of what's really going on out there? People are dying left and right, young and old, from all types of things. Our young people are causing unseen harm to each other. right? 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds and 13-year-olds are being killed. They're being stabbed. They're being shot. They're being jumped and stomped to death. People are being hit by cars, car accidents, car crashes are happening. People are drunk driving. People are dying from cancer and diabetes and heart attacks, left and right. They're with their friends. They're with their family. They're with their loved ones. And they're saying, yo, I'll be right back. And they're going upstairs to get something. And they're having heart attacks as they walk through their doors. They're having heart attacks. I know at least 2 people in the last 4 or 5 years, 2 3 years, that have had heart attacks. Brother Face in Queensbridge, 40th Avenue and 10th Street, on the corner with his peoples, with his brother, with his friends. They partying, they chilling. Face said, I'll be right back. He went upstairs across the street and had a heart attack. Had a heart attack going to get something. Going to get something. Brother Slug, right across the street from my mother, outside with his wife. Got the grill in front of their building. They barbecuing. They got music on. They laughing. They joking. Got a couple of other people outside with them. Baby, I'm going upstairs. The building is right there. 10 feet away. 10 feet away. I'm going upstairs to get something. He goes upstairs. She's downstairs. What's taking him so long? Why is he taking so long? Go check on him. She goes to check on him. Gets out the elevator. Tries to open the door. Can't get in. He's dead. Had a heart attack as soon as he walked in his door. Every single day. Not only a birthday. Not only every year. Tomorrow, people are not making it to the 5 minutes. I'll be right back, and they don't make it back. Every moment is a moment in the course to celebrate life. To celebrate this life that we have, that we take for granted. That we take for granted. Do you know how many people want to have children, cannot have children, men and women? Do you know how many people get pregnant and miscarry? How many babies do not make it into this realm? How many parents, mothers, and fathers together give stillbirths? Medical complications. Baby is born premature, dies. My brother Dre, my dear brother Dre, him and his wife had twins, super excited. Both of their first freaking pregnancies. He's never had no one pregnant. She's never been pregnant. Together, they marry. They create twins. Twins born premature. Baby girl, 7 days. Passes away. Every day is a cause to celebrate, my brothers and my sisters. This thing is not promised. This life is not promised. So celebrate victory, celebrate life, celebrate progress. Do you know how many people live to old age and never accomplish their dreams? Never accomplish their dreams. They live to 80, 90 years old and they die miserably because they followed a script. They followed a script, a life that was written for them. That they never had the courage to step out of the box, to pursue their own goals, to pursue their dreams. So if you are living your dreams, if you are pursuing your dreams, if you are accomplishing your own personal goals, whether it's fitness goals, right? People, it just runs in my family. Just obesity, right? Obesity runs in my family, and diabetes runs in my family, and cancer runs in my family. And if you have broke that mold, if you have gotten fit, right, to your own standard, not to the standard of what society says, but if you are comfortable in your body and you know you are making strides, if you know that you are healthy, that you are walking, that you are running, that you are doing the exercises, doesn't got to be anything strange. You don't got to be in a gym lifting 300, 400, 500 pounds. No, if you know that you are walking, that you're taking care of yourself, that you can walk healthy, you can walk up the stairs, right, and not be out of breath. And even if you start out of breath and you're committed to keep going, it's progress. It's cause to celebrate. And when I say celebrate, I want you all to understand, and understand that celebration doesn't have to be anything grand. Celebration does not mean throwing a big party, spending a whole lot of money. It damn sure don't mean getting freaking pissy drunk, right? It damn sure don't mean getting pissy drunk. And I'm someone who has once celebrated by getting pissy drunk. Misguided. I was misguided. Right? And it's okay for me to say that. I can say that I was misguided. And at one point in my life, I thought every celebration been drinking. Why? It's cultural. It's American culture. It's black culture. We drink everything, everywhere. The baby, I spoke about this on my show, SR Daily. The baby shower, right? The death of the baby, right? The wedding, the divorce, the new job, the getting laid off from the job, the opening the business, the closing the business, right? Like the wedding, the divorce. We celebrate. We celebrate because it's Friday. We celebrate because it's Monday. We celebrate because it's Saturday. We celebrate because it's the middle of the week, Wednesday, and I've been stressed out. We celebrate. Like, again, we have the mindset to celebrate, but we're celebrating with alcohol. We're celebrating with poisoning ourselves, right? So we gotta. I would like to encourage us to flip that, and to celebrate by making your favorite tea, to celebrate by eating your favorite dish, celebrate by watching your favorite movie, to celebrate by doing your favorite activity, coloring, painting, going for a walk, drawing, right? To celebrate by calling up your favorite person. Hey, what's going on, auntie? I used to celebrate by calling my aunt up, man. I used to call my big mama and be like, yo, big mama, yo, this happened, that happened, boom, 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 boom. And we talked on the phone for an hour or two. That was one of the ways I celebrated. My big mama's not here. I celebrate with my fiance. I might call one of my brothers. Might talk with one of my homegirls, and I'm celebrating. Like, they may pour into me. Yo, yo, man, that's powerful. Yo, you him. Yo, you did that thing. And I might do the same to them. Celebrate. So many reasons to celebrate. So celebration, the power of celebration, right? Like, you can even talking about celebration is powerful. Right, endorphins are going off. You're releasing freaking the stress hormones, and cortisol is oxytocin is. It's like explosions in your brain. Literally, neurogenesis is happening. You are creating new neurons in your brain. Your brain is becoming smarter. Your brain is becoming bigger when you celebrate. Right? It's real. It's very real. I'm studying it right now. Neurogenesis, neuroplasticity is happening. I'm learning like because what happens, right, when you celebrate? So love is the first pillar to a healthy brain, right? We spoke a few weeks ago on SR Daily about 6 pillars to a healthy brain. Love is the first pillar to a healthy brain. Not only the love of self, but social relationships. And so when you celebrate, again, whether you have one person with you, right? Whether you have 10 people with you, whether you're celebrating virtually, right? And you go live, or you make a social post, right? And you're celebrating. Other people are coming into that celebration. So now you're getting closer to them, right? They're able to feel your excitement, right? They're able to feel excited through your excitement. They're able to feel what you feel, because one of the things in life that's beautiful, we mirror each other, right? We mirror each other's feelings. We mirror each other's actions, right? Facial expressions, right? Energy. We match energy. It's just something that humans do. A lot of times when you talk about, or when you hear about people matching energy, they're talking about, right, in this climate, matching the negative energy. Oh, this person yelling at me, I'm going to yell back. This person treating me like this, I'm going to treat them back like that. That happens, of course, because that's what we do. We match energy. But we also match the positive energy, right? We also match positive energy. Someone on your social feed is happy, is excited about their new business, about a new opportunity, about a new relationship, about the relationship making it 10, 20, 30 years, and you read that, you feel happy for them, right? They express, especially if they are expressive, right? If they are expressive and they are, whether it's just writing, like a texting, right? And they're expressing their joy, you read it like, yo, I feel great for these people, right? So it has social benefits. People are becoming closer. Celebration. We're going to read some stuff in a while that like it backs this up, right? It's great power in celebrating, my brothers and my sisters, and I want to reiterate and drive this home, because I understand that a lot of us at some point or another have felt, or maybe still feel, guilty for celebrating us, because somebody's going to say that's prideful. It's prideful. You got to, give all glory to God. It's like, I've always had a thing with this, right? Like understanding that yes, there is divine source energy that is responsible for, right, keeping me going and, right, helping me navigate, right? But it's helping me navigate. Essentially, you are making a choice. You are making a decision. You have made the decision, you as an individual. The opportunities are there. You choose to walk through or not. You choose to get up and go or not, right? I just celebrated, we just had a celebration yesterday, 6 weeks graduating from the All Kings Credible Facilitator Training, right? 6 weeks, bunch of men, right? Group of us men went through this training where we had to accept leadership from 2 other men, some who we barely know, right? One I knew, I mean, I just met freaking 2 months ago, right? The other one I just met 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, right? One I have more conversation with the other, but these are the facilitators. We got to accept their leadership, right? Except when they call us out and to hold us accountable, whether we're late, whether we're showing up not in the best energy in the space, the group space, right? And not calling us out in a bad way, just literally call it, hey, brother, what's going on? How can we get you to be in a better space? How can we get you to be on time? Like, what was in the way of you? I remember I was late, probably like the second Saturday going up to Harlem, literally 2 minutes late, right? But 2 minutes is 2 minutes. They are starting, right? We had an accountability process, right? It's like, what got in the way of you being on time? Now, me being where I'm at, like, I could blame the train. Saturdays, we know New York City, those trains run slower. Sometimes they don't make the stop. Sometimes they're running on a different platform or not running at all, right? The buses come slow. I could have said that. But like, I did that before, and I realized it's not that. If I'm gonna keep blaming the trains, where's my accountability? No, I left home too late. And I left home too late because I got up too late. And I got up too late because I was up last night too late. That's why I was late, right? What did you choose to make more important? I mean, I guess just being up, my emotions, because I was up because of my emotions, up middle of the night. I've explained to you guys how nights sometimes are the hardest for me, dealing with what I'm dealing with my family, right? Being up in the quiet of the night, right? If I'm with my fiance and she goes to sleep and I'm up by myself, sometimes it could be tough. It's a lot better than it was. Sometimes it could be tough. So what did I make more important? My emotions, right? I may stand up and like just processing. But like, went through this 6 week credible facilitator training. All right, 6 weeks, twice a week, Zoom, in person, right? In person circles, doing restorative stuff, holding space for other men in the community, welcoming men off the street into the space, right? We just met them and now we got to hold circles for them, right? And we got limited time. We got an hour to hold circle. We got to make sure that everyone in a circle is seen, felt, heard, and valued. Not easy. Right, not easy, right? Would have been easy to be like, nah, I can't do this. Easy to not do it. Easy to not do it. Easy to make excuses. Easy to be like, I got other things to do. And it's real. You may have other things to do, but commitment. And so having that graduation for me was a sign of my commitment to myself. Not only myself, it was a sign of my commitment to my brotherhood, right? Something I've always looked for, I've always wanted, brotherhood. And deeper than just the brotherhood, sign of my commitment to the greater community, right? Not just in Harlem, not just in New York City, not just in New York State, but the world, right? Understanding how having this training, how becoming a better facilitator, right? Going through these different practices, learning new tools and new skills from the facilitators, from the other men in the cohort, right? Like, it's going to make me a better person. And as I become a better person, it's going to make me a better facilitator, a better coach, a better trainer, a better healer, right? So that I can show up better for the world, right? It's just freaking cause to celebrate, man, because, and this is like, we see, the brother said in the beginning, all the men who started did not complete. Not because they didn't want to, because they had other things going on, right? One of the brothers sent the video in. Like, yo, I'm proud of you guys. I'm extremely proud of you guys. Like, and I'm sorry I'm not graduating with you, right? He was in the cohort. He started. He made a few sessions, but he also missed a bunch of sessions that he had other things going on, real things going on, right? Like, not always bad things. He had other commitments that were prior that he could not maybe move around. So everybody who started didn't finish. Everybody who started didn't finish. Understand, like, let that sink in. Everyone who starts the race does not finish the race. If you are still going, if you are still in the race, it's cause to celebrate. It's cause to celebrate. There is great power in celebration. And because we had the celebration yesterday, right? Because it wasn't just a quiet thing like, oh yeah, you guys completed this and like now just go, on and take it into the community. Like, we're gonna have a celebration. We're gonna invite family and friends, right? Like, just like the whole energy yesterday, right? Even from when we first got there, 10 a.m., right? The whole energy of yesterday was completely different than anything it's been previously in the 6 weeks, right? It was way more upbeat. Music is playing. I shared a moment with my brother when I showed him a moment when I first reconnected with my daughter after 18 months, and he cried. I didn't cry. He cried. I cried before, obviously, right? But he cried. Brother cried for me. He's like, yo, the way she's embracing you. He cried. And then that allowed him to share, right, something similar with him and his children and his wife, right? When they went through some stuff, and like, it's the power of celebration. It brings us closer together. It brings us closer together. It makes us, it just does something, right? It's psychological. It's not just like, it's psychological. Like, things just come up, things just come out. That's like, yesterday in our celebration, we had to give each other gold, right? Like, what is the gold you see in his brother? The brother had to pick two people who he wanted them to pretty much pour into him. It's powerful, 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 powerful shit, right? When we don't do that, when we take the approach that is just another thing, none of that magic happens. Families come in. Mona came, my mama came, brother Ray came, right? Brother had his wife and daughters come from Jersey, right? Like, some people said they didn't even want their family there because they were amongst family. They didn't want to invite anybody because they were amongst family. Powerful. Brother had his wife come. Another brother's wife was on Zoom, right? Like, brother's children was on Zoom, right? Like, but when we take the nonchalant approach, none of that happens. Now, new connections were formed, right? Understand that, like, I don't think we as humans, right, understand enough of how literally each interaction impacts us. Each interaction impacts us, positively or negatively. Positively or negatively. There's no in between. So either an interaction is positively impacting you or it's negatively impacting you. And when we talk about celebration, that's pure positive interactions, right? When we're celebrating each other and his love and his laughter, and we're helping each other set things up, and we're congratulating each other, and we're giving each other our flowers, right? And we're staying to help clean up. Camaraderie, brotherhood, sisterhood, community, family building, right? Pure positive energy, right? That then it tracks. It tracks if we can hold it, right? If we can hold it in whole space, right? So yes, there are challenges happening in my life, in my real life. There's real challenges happening. That does not mean I cannot celebrate and hold this celebration and use this thing I'm celebrating and this energy that I got from celebrating to maybe, can I sprinkle a little bit over here in this area of my life? Can my cup runneth over? Huh? Can my cup runneth over? I'm celebrating this accomplishment. I'm celebrating 6 weeks of graduating all kings. Can I take the same energy or a bit of the energy, right? I'm full over here. Can I take some of this and put this into the mindset first? Okay, when I'm interacting with this person, I'm feeling good. I need to feel good in this communication so that a positive outcome can happen. Can I? Of course we can. If we don't dwell on the fact that, oh, well, this been like this for a long time, bringing past experiences to the now. Every moment is a new moment, right? Every moment is a new moment. It's a new opportunity to do something different, to show up different, to be a cause of a miracle, because miracles happen every single freaking day. Miracles happen. Can you cause a miracle? How do you cause a miracle? You cause a miracle by believing that a miracle is possible, by believing that any interaction, any moment, everything could change. That's how you cause a miracle. First and foremost, it is your faith. It is leaning into your faith. That is how you cause a miracle. First and foremost, leaning into your faith and then showing up in that faith, showing up in that space of love, showing up in that space of, yo, I want to create a miracle right now. Speaking it into existence, right? Speaking it into existence and not allowing past experiences of letdown, of negativity, right? Of disappointment, not allowing them to seep into the next connection. It's very difficult to. I do it sometimes, right? I didn't communicate because the last time I communicated, this was the result, and I got fear. I got fear because I don't want to have the same result because it will hurt me. It's real. It's very real. And I'm going to tell myself, be stronger. Be stronger. Be more courageous. Be more courageous. Be more strong, right? Be braver, right? Like, that's what I'm going to tell myself because I can handle it. Because if I don't communicate, I'm in the same spot. And now I'm creating stories that don't exist, right? Now I'm the feeling of the anxiety is still there. So what? No, communicate, and have the highest hope. And even if you don't get the result that you want, right? At least you know you tried, you did your best, right? And then if you need to go cry, go cry. Go cry, go talk it out. If you need to yell it out, write a poem, do something, get it out. And then when it's time, try again. Right? Aaliyah said it a long time ago. If at first you don't succeed, then pick yourself up and try again. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. Try again. What was the line in the movie Friday, right? It was like, you live to fight another day. It was no guns, nobody was killed. Nobody was killed. You live to fight another day. You can try again. You can try again. And at any point, things might change. Faith, the size of a mustard seed. Faith, the size of a mustard seed, believing against all odds, against all doubt that this thing could change and speaking into it. Like, this thing has to change. I need it to change. I want it to change. I'm praying for it to change. Not just for me and the benefit I will feel, but I need it to change for everybody else that's involved. I need it to change for the people directly involved. I need it to change for the people who are connected to the people directly involved who will benefit as a byproduct. I need it to change for the greater community because this could be an example of a miracle happening. This could be an example of something going from negative to positive. I need it to change. I need it to change. It will change. I'm willing it to change because need is like sometimes like showing a lack, right? Oh, I need this thing. I want this thing. It's like you don't really have that thing. Faith is saying, I got it. It's already changed. It's already done. Power of celebration, right? Celebrate victory before you've even won. But it's tricky, right? Because in sports, you up. Basketball, football, you celebrate too quick and you fall off. So it's a skill when you celebrate but stay focused. Celebrate but stay focused. I love Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, one of my favorite players, right? Became one of my favorite players. It wasn't initially. It was Iverson and it was Gary Payton before, right? But in the last 20 years, Kobe Dean Bryant. And he said something so profound, right? We all may have seen it. The memes, right? The interviews, or if you watch live, I seen it live, right? We're up 2-0. He said, yo, the job's not done. The job done? The job finished? It's not done. It's not done. And then when he won that year, it's like, okay, we can celebrate today, but we got another mission. We need, right? Because they lost to Boston in 2008 championship. Lakers lost to Boston and got embarrassed by Boston. Came back 2009, back to the finals, beat the Magic, right? That's when they was like, yo, you up 2-0. This job's not done. Job's not finished. It beat Orlando, right back in the gym because Boston gonna be back and we got to be ready for them. We got to beat Boston, and they came back and I got goosebumps. I watched that and they beat Boston in 7 games, 2010, and that's when he celebrated. He jumped up, so happy because we beat the bully. They got bullied. They got tossed around in 2008. Pau Gasol slapped around by KG, right? Kendrick Perkins, they throwing them around, pushing them around, bullying them. They went and got the Queensbridge gangster, though. They went and got Metta World Peace, Ron Artest. Right? They won 2009. Trevor Ariza beat the Magic. 2000, they knew that Boston was coming back. Said, we got to do something different. I don't think we could beat Boston with Trevor Ariza. Whatever happened, the trade, the free agent, whatever happened, Trevor Ariza left. They brought Metta World Peace in. They brought some muscle in, some Queensbridge muscle. And, I'm crying, because, like, my man was an NBA champion. I know Metta. I got his number. That's my boy. He grew up across the street. It's my man. You got an NBA championship with Kobe Bryant. They beat the Boston Celtics in 7 games. I remember that. Watch that. I remember, I think it was game 6. I think it was game 6, one of the games. But Phil Jackson was like, if you don't plan on like winning, don't even get on the plane, right? Don't even get on the plane. Don't even get on the plane if you think we're gonna lose. Like, stay home, because we going and we coming back to LA. We going to win in Boston. We coming back to LA, and they did, and they won 7 games. Like, I'm stuck right now because remembering how it felt to watch somebody I know personally, right, win an NBA championship and contribute positively. I celebrated for the brother. I knew what he had been through. If you know the story of Meta, of Rod, you know he was almost kicked out the league, suspended for 73 games. 73 game suspension, Malice in the Palace. He was on the Pacers. The Pacers could have probably won that year, but early in the season, fans throwing stuff, right? And a fight breaks out, and he runs into the stands and hits the fan. Gets sued, loses millions of dollars, right? 73 game suspension, longest suspension ever in the history of sports. 73 games suspended, right? Even before that, for him to get to the league, right? So like us in Queensbridge, we've been rooting for him because like he come from humble beginnings, but he worked really hard, really hard to get where he was. Defensive Player of the Year, right? And then NBA champion, right? Powerful. I celebrated for him. Felt good. Energy was good, right? Energy was high in the neighborhood, in the city, right? Around the country, the underdogs on top. So when you celebrate for others, it takes nothing away from you, right? It doesn't mean that you aren't worthy. Like, don't be that person that's like, oh, I can't celebrate for somebody else. I got to celebrate myself. What about my own accomplishments? I ain't got an NBA championship, or I used to be a champion. My man got a championship. No, celebrate victory for the person who got victory. Same for yourself. Celebrate your victory. Don't compare to the other people. And mind you, it's a noble act to remember when you're winning that there are people losing, right? It's noble when you're winning and you're thriving to recognize that there are people who are not in the same position. But it does them no good for you to not celebrate, right? To remember them, yes, right? You're thriving. You got this big home for you and your family, right? You worked really hard, right? You saved some money. You invested some money. You was able to make some things happen. You got this nice home. You and your family are able to live in comfortably, right? It's okay to celebrate that. You can also remember that there are people who don't have a home. There are people who don't have any space to live. They're living on the streets in the cold. It's okay to remember that. You getting a home and not celebrating your accomplishment, your progress, does nothing to help the people who are living on the streets. Now, what can help the people living on the streets is you then figuring out, okay, I have this home, right? Maybe where did I move from? Can I keep that space, right? Can I keep the place I just moved from and let somebody else live in it? Let other people live in it. Let other people stay in it. Is that a possibility? Right? Do I have enough abundance? Do I have enough financial abundance where, okay, maybe the space that I was living in is not good, so I'm not gonna keep that, but can I invest in another space for somebody? Right? Is my family comfortable enough to invite, maybe we know somebody who's struggling with housing? Can we invite them to live in a room, live in the living room, live in the basement, live in the attic? Right? As they work to get on their feet and get themselves in a better position. Right? But you not celebrating your progress does nothing to help the people who are in, quote unquote, a less fortunate position. And I don't even like that term, right? In a position where maybe they don't have a home, where maybe they don't have the financial stability or income, right? That you may have, or they don't have the good health. You beating an illness, you overcoming an illness, a life-threatening illness, and not celebrating does not help the people who have life-threatening illnesses. What helps them is you celebrating, you freaking taking that energy, I did this, and then pouring that confidence, pouring that faith into the people who are struggling, right? To the people who may have a life-threatening illness, and giving them the blueprint. Yo, this is what I did. You may have to do something different, but like, I know you could do it. Like, pour that faith into them and help them walk through it. Like, give them the tools that they may need if they're receptive. Right, but we're gonna read some things real quick. We're gonna read some things on the power of celebration. I feel incredibly powerful today because like celebration does that. When you accomplish something, right? When you accomplish something, when there were obstacles in the way, right? When there were so many opportunities for you to retreat, for you to say, I can't do this right now. I don't have it in me right now, right? Man, I don't. When you accomplish, when you push past those obstacles, that self-doubt, right? Those real world challenges, physical, emotional, financial, familial, when you push past those and accomplish, excuse me, the power of celebration lies in its ability to boost motivation and well-being through psychological and social benefits. It releases endorphins, which can reduce stress and anxiety, increase self-esteem, and foster a sense of accomplishment. Celebration also strengthens social bonds, improves communication, and reinforces positive behaviors, creating a positive cycle of success and satisfaction in both personal and professional life. Powerful one I didn't speak about yet. Reinforcing positive behaviors. For example, so I'm almost 3 years with no alcohol, right? I'm like a month and a half with no weed, right? I celebrate sometimes by eating some food, right? Eating some cereal or something like that, right? Like not the best celebration, but definitely not the worst celebration. But like it reinforces, all right, number one, I'm going to stay on this cycle of not smoking, right? I'm going to meet my goal, 6 months, right? That was the target. 6 months, maybe longer. Who knows, right? I predict that I'll smoke again, but in 6 months, by March, I might not want to, right? Who knows? I'm not sure yet. What I know is that I'm never drinking alcohol again, right? That's where I'm at with that. I'm never ever drinking alcohol again. In almost 3 years, it's not even a desire at all. Once I quit, once I said, all right, this is done, there was never a desire. But celebrating reinforces the positive behavior, right? Has reinforced the positive behavior in me. And I believe that it's done the same in others, right? Because when I stopped drinking, and mind you, I was inspired by other brothers and sisters who had stopped drinking prior. Right, y'all got 5 years sober. I got this. Y'all put out, and you can have fun. You can still have courage. You can still party. You can still be lit. Okay, cool. Like, all right, all right, cool. The things I was drinking before, I don't need it no more. Right, I'm social. Right, the social anxiety is gone. Right, like, okay, cool. Reinforces positive behaviors. You celebrate a week without smoking. You celebrate a week without eating that food that you know was putting you on a path to early death. Right. You know that. You celebrate that. Reinforce that positive behavior. Keep that shit going. Build momentum. Right. Increase your self-esteem. Right. I accomplished. I could do it. If I could do a day, if I could do a week, if I could do a month, I could do a year. And if I could do a year, I could do 2 years. I could do 2 years. I could do 5 years. If I could do 5 years, I could do 10 years. If I could do 10 years, I could never go back again. I can never go back again. One thing I love about I was in a program at like 17, right? And I remember my sister was in the program, right? And I remember the it said once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. It's alcoholic in recovery, right? And it was important for my sister to have that mindset because she didn't want to say, "Oh, I'm not an alcoholic no more," because then, like in celebration, you could slip, and people do slip, right? And so for her, it was very important to say, right? Oh, you're not an alcoholic no more. No, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just in recovery. And she held that till she transitioned in 2016, and she never went back. I think it was like 18 years, 98, yeah, 98. That was her last time she was in prison. She was in prison, and I remember our oldest sister Reese passed, and Bunny was in prison, and Bunny came to the funeral in cuffs and shackles. Her son, my nephew, was also in prison. He came to the funeral in shackles and chains, right? And they couldn't even hug. She couldn't hug her son. They couldn't even sit next to each other. They sat on opposite sides of the church. They couldn't even sit next to each other. They wanted to. We wanted them to. The facility, the authorities would not allow them to. So mother and son, mother, Bunny lost her sister, her big sister, her older sister. Her son, Bunny's son loses her aunt, his oldest aunt, right? They're both incarcerated. Can't even sit next to each other. Can't even hug each other. They didn't even walk past each other. This person came in. This person came in. This person came out. This person came out. One at a time with multiple people in between. Bunny came home from that bed and did not ever use drugs again. No drugs, no alcohol. She committed to changing her life because that made her feel horrible. Right? That made her feel horrible. Yeah, let's keep reading. Psychological benefits. Increases motivation. Celebrating small wins activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine that reinforces positive behavior and makes you more likely to pursue future goals. Boosts self-esteem. Recognizing achievements, both big and small, fosters a sense of accomplishment and increases self-efficacy. Reduces stress and anxiety. Celebration releases endorphins, which can have a positive impact on mental health, reducing stress and anxiety. Creates joy and fulfillment. It's a way to appreciate and find joy in your efforts and accomplishments, leading to greater satisfaction. Social and professional benefits. Strengthens relationships. Shared celebrations creates opportunities for social interaction, building stronger bonds and trust within groups or teams. Enhances communication. Celebration events can provide a platform for sharing successes and best practices, encouraging learning and collaboration. Improves morale. It builds momentum, reinforces positive behaviors, and can lead to higher job satisfaction and better retention rates in the workplace. Builds a positive culture. Regular celebration practices can lead to a more positive and connected environment where employees feel valued. Practical applications. Habit formation. Celebrate the moment you remember to do a new habit, not just when you complete it, to reinforce the act of remembering. Facts. Tension diffusion. Proactively celebrating potentially frustrating moments like a small pill can diffuse tension and turn a negative into a positive. A small spill. Sorry, it's a small pill. I'm like, wait, what? Tension, let's read that again. Tension diffusion. Proactively celebrating potentially frustrating moments like a small spill can diffuse tension and turn a negative into a positive. Small moment the other night. We drinking some apple cider, right? Mona goes to lay down, right? We got the table that comes up, right? Lays down. She's not feeling so great. Want to lay and just cuddle, right? Lays down. Glasses fall. Glass breaks. It's nothing. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, snap. Yo, that was so slow. It's okay, right? We cleaned it up and then we laughed about it, right? Like, not celebrating, oh, it's good that the glass broke, but we was able to laugh about it, celebrate the fact that it's a glass, right? And there was a night where we were supposed to go out to a celebration, but the energy outside was kind of crazy. Our energy was kind of crazy. So like, let's stay inside. And sure enough, something happened. But it's better that a glass broke indoors, right? Where nobody's hurt. It's just a freaking Dollar Tree glass, right? As opposed to being outside and the altercation jumps off on the train going to the Bronx, right? And something happens. And now something we can't, it's not just a little glass broke, it's a little spill. It's like freedom. It's like health. It's like life. It's like, could be way worse, right? So like, celebrate, frustrated. It wasn't even frustrated. It's just like, oh, snap, a glass broke. Let's clean it up, right? And let's move on and let's like enjoy the rest of the night. Simple, right? Maintaining motivation. In difficult projects or situations, celebrating milestones and progress can help keep individuals and groups motivated through challenging times. Let me see what this thing is right here, because I really want to read some more. Like this celebration is all right. Hold on, we can't. No, we're not gonna read that guy. Let's go here real quick, right? Because like I really want you guys to understand that it's okay to celebrate. It doesn't have to be a big thing. You can celebrate small victories, step by step. Celebrate every step, right? When the baby first walks, you celebrate every single step. The baby takes one step. Oh, look, you walking. Second step. Oh my goodness, you still going. Third step. Yo, you making it. Right? And what does that do? That gives the baby more motivation to like keep walking. And as the baby stumbles and rocks and keep going, the more you celebrate. The more you celebrate, right? Is a I guess it's a theory, right? I'm gonna say is real life. Success follows success, right? When you are successful, you acknowledge the success and you celebrate. Just the energy of success is going to follow that, right? I like to say, get excited about your success, because when you get excited about your success, when you can celebrate those small wins, right? Like they say, an attitude of gratitude gives you more reasons to be grateful for. When you are grateful, right? Just divine source energy, the universe, your ancestors, this energy realm that we're in is going to give you more of the same thing, that because you're excited, you're happy, you're grateful. You're gonna get more of that. Don't get more of that. But when you like, it's just a small thing, man. I'm just trying to get by, man. It ain't a big deal. Don't worry about it. Oh, you nonchalant about this thing. Okay, I ain't gonna give you no more. I ain't get like what? You want me to give you more so you could be? You see what I'm doing in your life? Do you know that there are people right now being taken out? There are people right now being taken out. There are people right now falling victim to their habits. Right now. Right now. Right now. I got people in my neighborhood addicted to drugs who I love and care for daily. Some of them I've spoken to, I know personally, they want to stop. They don't know how. They don't have the support system, right? I never forget two women. We sat on the bench and we talked. And they told me, when you create a facility, I'll come to your facility. I'll come to your space that you create. Because these other spaces, they don't really care. It's just a check. It's just a check for them. They don't really care. They treat you terribly. They disrespect you. They don't make you feel comfortable and welcome. So I'd rather go to what I know. And that's real. That's very real. Do you know how many people are like that? They'd rather go back to what they know than to keep going if nobody's celebrating them. So when you celebrate somebody's small progress, you celebrate your own small progress, understand that like small progress is a blessing. To progress, to commit to do it, to say you're going to do something, and to do it even on a small scale, it's progress, and it's worth celebrating. It's worth celebrating, right? We're gonna get ready to get into a meditation, right? But I wanted to read a few more things. Celebration builds self-worth and confidence. Consistently acknowledging achievements, no matter how small, provides tangible proof of your capabilities and progress. I am who I say I am. Right? I am who I say I am. I can do hard things. I can stick to something. I can progress in my life. Even though I'm hurting, even though I got challenges, even though I'm not in the best situation, I can make progress. Come on, this counts as negative self-talk, builds self-efficacy, and reminds you that your efforts are worthwhile. It increases resilience. In the face of setbacks, having a habit of celebrating wins helps you remember your capacity to overcome challenges. Come on, like this is real life, man. Like this is real life. I'm going through some challenges. I've been going through challenges for the last 3 years, right? I accept my responsibility in part in how some of these challenges have come to be, right? But I tell you this, I've been celebrating every single bit of progress, knowing that like if I don't celebrate these wins, I can easily go in a dark place. I can easily feel like I can't overcome. But because I got these wins, right? Whether it's the 6-week CFT training that we just did, credible facilitator training, or celebrating freaking Dear New York, massive thing. Celebrating, I could overcome challenges. Because the Dear New York thing is a symbol of me like just simply being alive when I wanted to kill myself, right? Like I can overcome challenges. This may be the most challenging, right? Because like, and is it? Oh, I may even reframe it. I said this is the most challenging thing. Is it? Wow. Wow. That just hit me. I've been saying what I'm dealing with right now is the most challenging thing I've ever dealt with. Maybe me saying that is making it more challenging in my mind. Because the most challenging thing I think I've ever dealt with was like overcoming my dad's transition and going from wanting to kill myself to wanting to live. Wow. That may be that. And I overcame it already, right? So wow, I gotta reframe this. This is not the most challenging. It's a challenge, and it's a tough challenge. But you know what? It's not that tough. It's not that big. I can overcome it. And I can manifest my desired result. Even as it involves me communicating with other people, I can be more powerful in my mind and still in oh man. Yo, there is magical power in celebrating. And I hope that each and every person who is on live right now, each and every person who watches this video later, each and every person who like comes in contact with this message, I pray that you celebrate yourself. I pray that you celebrate the 1-day victories. I pray that you celebrate the 5-pound victories. I pray that you celebrate the 6-month victories. I pray that you celebrate every single victory that you have in your life, because it fosters a growth mindset, right? Celebrating, we're going to read this last thing and we're going to get into a meditation. Celebrating small achievements helps shift focus from perceived failures to actual progress. This perspective encourages viewing setbacks as learning opportunities rather than insurmountable obstacles. Let's read it one more time. Celebration fosters a growth mindset. Celebrating small achievements helps shift focus from perceived failures to actual progress. This perspective encourages viewing setbacks as learning opportunities rather than insurmountable obstacles. That's the power of celebration, my brothers and my sisters. Whoo, baby. Yo, oh man, I'm on fire. We might gotta go into the streets today, Mona. Gotta go on the train or something and share this thing. Here, this is. I feel fired up. I'm fired up, y'all. Man. Listen, I can't even talk. That's how fired up I am. Because I want everybody to know that you have a reason to celebrate. You are alive, no matter how tough it is. Right? Recognize those challenges. Understand that being stuck in that space of these are challenges is not going to help you progress. Recognizing the fact that you did not resort back to old behaviors, recognizing that you still got up today and went to work, recognizing that you still got up today and went to the gym, recognizing that you still got up today and fed your children, recognizing that you still got up today. You still got up today. You still got up today. You got big challenges, yes, but you still got up today. What are you doing with that energy? What are you doing with this blessing you got up today? Do you know how many people did not get up today and they ain't got as big a challenges that you got and they did not get up today? If you will, brothers and sisters, get comfortable. If you are laying down, get comfortable. Find a comfortable position. If you are sitting, allow your feet to rest to rest firmly on the floor beneath you. Allow your back to be straightened by the chair, seat behind you. Allow your arms to rest gently in your lap or by your side. Allow your head to lean forward so that your chin is in your chest. And allow your eyes to close ever so softly. And simply become aware of your breathing. You can put your hand on your stomach and feel the rise and fall of your abdomen. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale. Know that this life that you have, this breath that you have, is a reason to celebrate. Is a reason to give thanks. It is all the reason you need to move forward. There's a saying that all you have is all you need. And if all you have is your breath, my dear brothers and sisters, that indeed is all you need to take one step, to take one step forward, to take the initiative in getting things back on track for yourself, and accomplishing the goals that you have set out for yourself. The breath in your body right now, even if that is all you have, affirm that it is all I need. All I have is all I need. All I have is all I need. All that I have is all that I need. Know that you are enough. You have overcome every hard day in your life up to this point. Through loss, through failure, through heartache and heartbreak, through uncertainty, through doubt, through injury, through illness, you are still here. Affirm, I am still here. I am still here. I am still here. Indeed, you are. Indeed, you are. My dearly beloved, you are still here through all of the obstacles, through all of the challenges, through the loss of friends and of loved ones. You are still here. Affirm one last time. I will carry this energy of today through the week to accomplish my goals. I will carry the energy of today through the week to accomplish my goals. One more time. I will carry the energy of today through the week to accomplish my goals. Know that you are loved. Know that you are cherished. Know that you are sacred and you are adored. You are stronger than you think. You are more powerful than you know. And you are greater than you could ever imagine. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Give thanks, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday. I hope that you got something from this message. I hope that you go forward and you celebrate every single victory, no matter how big or how small, in your life and in the lives of the people around you. I love you. Have a beautiful week. See you guys next Sunday. Peace.